There's like a brotherhood between the members or the volunteers. It's a blessing and a joy. This whole job has been, to me, it's been a lot of fun.
Hard Hats is a good experience for anybody that is willing to not just sit around and be entertained, but to find ways to interact with people and to be available to the Lord for whatever.
One of the key things is that I'm helping people in God's kingdom do their ministry to His people and to reach others.
If I were to have to leave the ministry, I would miss building relationships with people, getting to know people and spend time with people. That's, to me, has been the greatest joy of this work.
My favorite thing about working is the travel and just meeting all different people. We can take a trip across the United States and stay with people every single night.
When you work 3 months, 6 months, a year at a church, you build lasting, lifetime friendships. My desire, and I know my wife's too, is that we want to serve people, and that's where we have fit in this ministry, because that's what we are, is a service ministry, as it were.
Generally, if we can get somebody to come on a project with us for, I can remember when Bernard and Mary Taylor, after we had worked on their church, came, "Oh, we'll come for a couple of days." Well, they came for a couple of days and stayed for a couple of weeks, and then started coming every winter with us and traveling with us.
We've been, praying for so long to find an organization like Hard Hats, so even just finding Hard Hats for Christ was an answer to prayer. The boys talk about it a lot, so yeah, Tyler's doesn't really want to leave his friends, but he's excited. And they've just loved everything we've seen, so even if it's hard leaving friends, it'll be an adventure for them and they'll love it.
It was kind of intimidating and scary to think that what we had been building, our home and our friend base and our relationships in our church were kind of in danger. And that everything might change, not because that's just what Robert wanted, but all of a sudden it felt like it was also what God wanted. When God wants you to move on, it would hurt yourself more than letting go. We got to go to a staff retreat at the 777 Ranch, and we came away from that feeling like that was like heaven could be that wonderful, with the fellowship every day and the sharing and the worshiping together with others. And I'm just looking forward to more of that, more time together with other Christian people.
I think one of the biggest projects was the second project that we were on. It was at the Wishka Valley Community Church, north of Aberdeen, Washington. We were there for 9 months, and we got to see that project go from tear down of the old building to construction of the new building, and then seeing the kids using that building for the Awana program. That's what made that project all worthwhile, is to see those kids being ministered to through that program and in that building.
And we've seen some salvations on the job, we've seen some rededications, and as I look back over the last 3 years of my wife and I's ministry with Hard Hats for Christ, we share the exact same feeling. These years with Hard Hats have been the very best years of our life.
I started with a little bit different attitude than I have now, and it's changed me. Just being around other Christian workers. We need to give God the credit. He brought us here, gave us the abilities and the desire to do this. We've received a lot more than we gave.